Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to first start off by saying that it is a great honor for me to be participating in this meaningful event. I would like to now begin my presentation. We are the world's first producer of high functional carbon raw material with a specific surface area of 360 square meters using jellyfish, a harmful marine creature. 4M was founded in April 2021, and I just showed you the table of contents. 4M is a company that conducts future new technology development business, and we are developing automatic marine waste treatment facilities and aquaculture and fishery automation facilities. Currently, we have a company-affiliated research institute, which is certified. We have 2 patent registrations, 3 patent applications, and 4 employees, and sales of 127 million won. We are preparing to grow into a marine specialized company based on our R&D will and technology development know-how. The research experience of our team members is 69 years in total, which include 44 years of experience in automation equipment, 13 years in carbon research, 12 years of marine technology development experience. First, the motivation for developing this technology. Probably, you might have heard a lot of news reports about jellyfish. Jellyfish is classified as a harmful marine creature across the world. Jellyfish is causing damage all across the nation, and the economic cost of the damage caused by jellyfish is estimated to be around 300 billion won each year in Korea. I also experienced the various damages caused by jellyfish through my father, who is a fisherman, and also when I was serving in the Marine Force, I saw how beach users were damaged by jellyfish, and there were also cloggings of industrial cooling water at the Nuclear Research Institute. And because of climate change and the rising water temperature, the number and duration of jellyfish appearance are also increasing. Globally, the damage and increase rate of jellyfish is continuously increasing. And as you see on this map, especially in the Asian coast and the Black Sea, we have the highest rate of increase. What is problematic about this jellyfish is that one egg of jellyfish can lead to a large citadel of 5,000 jellyfishes after 60 days. So we are researching recycling technology to solve these problems. So this is the definition of carbon. I think many of you might have heard of this carbon technology. Carbon is overcoming the limitation of metal and plastic, and it is a rapidly emerging industry. And it is selected as a strategic material, designated as a strategic material by many countries. For example, it has been designated as an export regulated item in Japan in 2019. For example, the carbon can be applied in many industries and in our daily lives after being processed as activated carbon and other forms. So we are creating a cluster for our research and development, and also in Korea there are research and development going on this carbon technology. Semiconductor and second battery, hydrogen, energy storage. These are areas where we need highly functional carbon raw materials, but we are depending entirely on imports. And securing price competitiveness and reducing the shortage of raw materials due to rapid increase in demand and market expansion requires domestic production technology for this high functional carbon. As mentioned earlier, existing processes involve finite resources, hazardous chemicals, and multiple processes. Competitive technologies include creation of alternative plastics, cosmetics, and food through the extraction of jellyfish collagen. However, there are concerns still related to consumers' anxiety and consumption in small quantity. So these are some of the challenges related to the development of carbon. So we are trying to use jellyfish to produce carbon. If jellyfish are crushed and thrown away by a jellyfish extermination robot, there's a problem that the cells are still alive, still being able to give birth to jellyfishes in multiplied quantity. So this is causing a lot of damage in the ocean. So we have the fundamental technology to produce high functional carbon raw materials using jellyfish, and it is a small step process that goes through washing, drying, crystallization, and heat treatment of more than 4,000 species of jellyfish around the world. It has the advantage of unlimited resource input and no chemical addition, and we are the only company in the world to use jellyfish to produce carbon. Our production process is divided into three phases. Phase number 1 is multi-pore crystallization, phase 2 carbonization, and phase 3 final productization stage. So the phase 1 is a crystallization process, and we are also strengthening the pore wall by carbonizing crystallized carbon. Advantages of jellyfish carbon technology is the creation of new high value added industries by securing technology to treat jellyfish, the main culprit of marine ecosystem destruction, and turning them into resources. With the specific surface area, electrical conductivity, and maximum power density of our technology, we can see that performance will increase by 3,900%. The production grade of our product ranges from 320 to 450, and most imported carbon can be replaced with this carbon that we produce locally in Korea. And also we can replace active carbon as well. And we can also produce carbon customized to clients' needs. Our plan for commercialization is like this. We want to produce highly functional carbon that can replace imported carbon. And we are going to apply this basic element to convergence products such as artificial graphite and so on. And we can replace carbon black with locally produced carbon, and we can utilize our product as basic element in various industries. The global carbon market is showing a rapid increase from 52 trillion won in 2019 to 176 trillion won in 2030. The domestic carbon market is showing a continuous increase, and we can replace imports with local products. We can increase sales to 21 million won per month and 24 million won per year, which means 808% of profit. Overall sales plan is like this. By 2023, 3.2 billion won and 51.8 billion won in 2026. And in 2030, 77 billion won, and by 2050, 467 billion won. And for related products, we are negotiating with various customers from various fields such as raw materials, composite materials, fuel cells, and aerospace. We were awarded the grand prize by the Ministry of SMEs, and we have original technology and patents, MOUs, and letters of intent. This concludes the presentation. Thank you for your attention. Yes, this was a presentation on how the company was producing high functional carbon raw material using jellyfish. Thank you very much, Mr. Lee, for your great presentation. I would like to ask the judges to ask questions now. Yes, thank you very much for that presentation. You mentioned that this technology can be utilized in many industries. So I think we need to first be able to make entry into a market where we can increase market share fast. So which areas could be your area of priority? Could you share that? Yes, thank you very much for that question. As I told you before, our business plan is this. We are creating carbon products, but many carbon black is being imported into Korea. So we hope to replace these imported products with our own products. Well, you mentioned that you are using jellyfish, and I think that is a great point that should be stressed. You also mentioned that this product is price competitive because the price will be decreased by more than 20%. Well, carbon can be made out of other sources. And I think when we are choosing the sources, we need to also think about the quality of the product depending on different sources. But you didn't mention about the quality of your product that is linked to the use of jellyfish. So other than the effect of eradicating jellyfish from the ocean, how would you be able to prove the quality of your product? So do you have any plans to prove your product quality? And this is a startup competition, so I think what is important is the business model and the revenue forecast. And I think even though you mentioned your sales plan, I think there are not that many mention about your investment or marketing plan or your plan to increase market share. So please provide explanation on these two questions. Yes, I would like to answer the first question first. Jellyfish consists of 95% water and protein and organic materials. Through peptide combination, we go through the crystallization of jellyfish, and to ensure consistent quality, we are doing small-scale production. For example, 1 kilogram of jellyfish would be used, and every time we produce our product, we would be monitoring the data of quality. And as you can see, there are lots of pores on the surface, and this pore is very important in determining the specific surface area, or the SSA. And as I said, protein is included in the carbon produced with jellyfish. And as for your second question about investment, we were founded in April 2021. So we had 3 rounds of IR presentation so far. And we also won the grand prize by the Ministry of SMEs and Startups last week. It was just last week. And the prize was given at the Honam Accelerator. Yes, thank you very much for your presentation. I want to ask you how you came to found this company. I think your team members are your former colleagues of your previous employer. So the previous employer of yours seemed to be irrelevant from this business of producing highly functional carbon using jellyfish. So why did you start this business? Yes, we didn't think at first that we can produce carbon using jellyfish. But I realize the damages caused by jellyfish. Many people persuaded me not to go to the beach because of jellyfish. So we focused on the harmful effects of jellyfish, and as I said, jellyfish is made of CHON or protein and also water. So I thought that this could be used as a raw material for producing carbon because of the pores on the jellyfish. And regarding the members of our company, we have been conducting research on carbon and also on maritime affairs, and there are also people who have been conducting research on automation facilities. We need automation facilities, and for scaling up, we need data control as well. So that is why we gathered these experts when I decided to found this company. Already the revenue is about 100 million won. So where does this revenue come from? I am curious whether this is a technology that was recognized by the market. The revenue didn't come from the market, but there were some demand for the automation facilities that we are using because we've been conducting research on automation facilities. But to change the raw materials used by large companies, we not only have to contact large companies, but also the subcontractors who are supplying raw material to the large companies. And considering the COVID-19 pandemic, many meetings were canceled, and we were just sharing the materials in paper. So still, the revenue is not coming from the market at the moment. Yes, thank you very much for that. I want to ask a question regarding your business plan. You mentioned the price competitiveness of your technology, and you said that 860,000 won per kilogram is your price. And what is your benchmark price? For example, for carbon black, I think the cost is about 2,000 to 5,000 won per kilogram. So what is the benchmark for the price that you mentioned? Yes, this is our competitors. Vulcan High Functional Carbon is our competitor, and this is still not applied in Korea in producing active carbon, but a similar technology is being used in Japan. And in Korea, many companies are trying to apply this technology to export their products. But the demand for high functional carbon is increasing in the domestic market. So I think that we can see this market grow in the future. And of course, there are carbon that has a specific surface area that is smaller than 360 square meters. So there are multiple categories of carbon. But the price benchmark that I mentioned was for the high functional carbon raw material that has a specific surface area of larger than 360 square meters. I think you briefly mentioned the technological certification. You mentioned that the screening is ongoing. So did you receive the result? No, we received the assessment of our performance, and we are trying to get other certifications such as venture-backed company certification or NET certification or eco-friendly certification. You have 50 seconds left. Securing jellyfish raw material, I think the cost is almost close to none. So I think this is why your product is price competitive and also eco-friendly. But are you planning on cultivating jellyfish to ensure consistent quality. But across the world, we have a large quantity of jellyfish in the ocean. But what are your plans to secure jellyfish? Well, as you saw from the slide, we are purifying jellyfish, and any jellyfish can be used if the jellyfish is alive, because once the jellyfish is dead, then the protein disappears. So we either use a live jellyfish or a salted jellyfish. I can give you 20 seconds for final comments. In Korea, we only see jellyfish in the summertime, but in the area near the equator, we also see jellyfish in the wintertime. And also in China, they are cultivating jellyfish for purposes. So I don't think we will have any difficulty in securing jellyfish as a raw material. Thank you very much. That was CEO Lee Young-ju from 4M.